Alright, happy Friday. A little garden greenhouse check-in. It is 80 degrees outside and mostly cloudy off and on today, so the fans in the greenhouse are not blowing as much. They're blowing right now because the sun is not being covered by clouds. So that being said, a little warmer here than it was. So up towards the 90s, but not quite there yet. It's about 8-9 degrees warmer in here than it is outside. So I learned something about my little toys today. If you plug it in, it charges faster and better. So when it's at 100%, that means it has more battery life, and it feels so good standing here in front of me. I'm gonna just tell you, it feels good. So as you hear now, geothermal fan is going because we're getting some sun. So there's that. Alright, so I decided to put one on the shelf, one on the table, just get some air circulating. My little bug buddies are not as busy today as they have been in the last couple of days. I think that one's dead. So things are good. Alright, so this morning, everything got fed. Sorry, I have a pocket full of garlic because I haven't popped any garlic down. And random, but relevant. Gonna figure out how I'm gonna use those shells or peels as a fertilizer, but those are gonna get sowed. But anywho, so this morning, Runt got, well, everything actually got a good rinse down with water early this morning. So everything got rinsed down with water. And that was just to make sure that I didn't experience any burns. Since yesterday evening, I did wash everything down with a little plant-based dish detergent and water. I rinsed them down yesterday afterwards, but it does tend to have some residue sometimes, so it's just good to just rinse them down again. So everything got rinsed down yesterday, and then afterwards, everything got fed. So this is my 2 liquid based fertilizers that I'm using, and it's stinky. But this one is potash and phosphate, and this one is high in nitrogen, phosphate, and potash. So I was just using this one a couple seasons ago. I didn't use it last year, but the season before that I used that one, and I just got more green than I did fruiting and flowering. So I'm learning to balance some things out. In addition to that, when I feed them, I give them banana peel tea with it because that contains potassium, so they get a good balance. When I amend the soil, my favorite is Dr. Earth and worm castings. But that wasn't today. And then I also crushed eggshells, dehydrated banana peels, and dehydrated citrus peel, all crushed. So those 3, when I amend the soil, they'll go together. Right. So updates. I do plan on doing some sewing today. I've been outside working, getting grading, and doing some actual work, and then when my laptop needs to be charged, I take it in and I get up and I move around. So Runt is doing good. I did a leaf check this morning. This was the leaf that had all the aphids and mites on it, and checked under everything, and nothing was really there. The challenge I'm having right now is Runt has gotten so big that he is taking up all the sun of these seedlings. I don't know if you're supposed to prune back a broccoli plant. Not sure, but if I do, that'll be great because the leaves are just like collard greens, so we'll eat collard greens if that is what I'm supposed to do. Alright, so I need to take this Mexican sunflower out because it has not been watered in a couple days. I just realized that. So that is inside. Right. So I'm gonna put you right there and come back and get the garlic. So I'm walking around with a pocket full of garlic. Literally, a pocket full of garlic. Garlic, lazy tongue, is good for deterring pests. I'm grabbing gloves and my little soul deal. But garlic is good for deterring pests. So it's good for that. And then you can eat it. Alright, so let's back up here a little bit. See if we can give an update. So, as of yesterday, the first black-eyed Susan vine sprouted. So it officially has popped through the soil. There is one here. There's one here and here as well, but nothing just yet. And I'm most likely gonna have to get a trellis because my research yesterday, I did research before, but I did more yesterday. They get pretty big and bushy. So my hope is that they climb those two giant Mongolian sunflowers. But they may do more than that. And I'm debating, do I move it or leave the pot there? And I think I might leave the pot there because I still have lettuce in this bed, as well as ginger that hasn't emerged yet. And based on what I'm reading, ginger needs shade. So that may work out pretty good to shade that. We'll see, because that'll block all that west sun. But as you see, things are getting big. So everything got fed and washed down this morning. So we should be able to harvest lettuce pretty soon. Strawberry looks a little bit bigger than it did yesterday. Mint. I'm hoping this gets big where I can harvest a lot of mint every day. The okra seedling has officially gotten its 2 leaves. And so yeah. Alright. So I am most likely going to harvest potatoes today. I mean, that's really not looking that great. But then I have to decide what I'm gonna put there. And I am most likely I began soaking some okra seeds. I don't know if they've sprouted yet. I hope they have, but I might. And then again, I might just go ahead and put all of them in grow bags. Not 100% sure yet on what I'm gonna do, but Eagles Pass and Beck's Gardenville are the big okra pods that my husband loves them, and I actually love them. They're just great. And yeah, I might do that. Again, not 100% certain on what I'm gonna do. So before I go in the house this evening, something's gonna get put there. Maybe an okra seedling, not sure. But what is wonderful, because I'm going to harvest those potatoes, I do know in this spot next to the peas, down somewhere in this vicinity, I am going to pop in Armenian cucumber seeds. Armenian cucumber love heat. Their leaves get really big. Last year I had one. I named it Artie Party because he was a party. He was up here on this bed and he got crazy. So I'm gonna have Artie Parties 2.0, probably 2 of them right there, because the hope is that they will climb up that trellis and create some shade when we get in the hundreds, which does not seem to be too far away. So yeah. All right. So garlic. These bags have 1 garlic clove in them. Can you hear that? The sun is out, so the fan blows stronger, and then when it goes back in the clouds, it goes back down. All right, so if I were to put a garlic, I have some arugula. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's a nasturtium. That would make sense, because that seems like what my brain would do. Once this zucchini is done doing what it needs to do, I'm not certain what I'm going to put in there, but I can never go wrong with having garlic near its base. But what is not in there is a marigold, so I just changed my mind. All right, I'm gonna probably sow those marigolds. Here now, the second bean that I put in this bag is not coming up, so maybe a garlic there, but I'm 100% certain that I am putting garlic in that bed, because I've been seeing a lot of mites. I can see them now. And I only have 3 in each bed. I was waiting on things to get a little more established before I put some more in here, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, garlic in. So just between the peppers, 1 between a pepper and an okra. You should not plant garlic near watermelon. It hinders their growth, so I left it alone. We gonna need to do something about you today, because you trying to go somewhere and grab. Yeah, and it looks like you're trying to go grab a black eyed pea. Not good. Not good. So let's back up out of here and go grab a steak. All right. So grab the steak from out of the greenhouse. You can see one right there, but this is the same thing. And just let's let it rest. This tendril looks like it wants to curl. So let me see if I can. Trying to hold your phone and do this is not easy. Tendrils are pretty, plant tendrils are pretty intelligent on their own. They will just go grab. So sometimes we just have to help them a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna leave you alone because you're taking too long. All right. So let's see. Other updates. That took way too long. Black eyed peas are doing good. Oh, I just noticed. That is the start of a female flower. Huh. Well, you know, let's try this. Like, I just need you to go on there. Success. And that is one of my good inclinations, but not always great inclinations either. I will just keep going until I succeed. I don't know when to just let things be. All right. So let's do a check here. I mean, tendrils are coming out, but it has not grabbed anything yet. I don't necessarily know if I need that on there. It's just a little clip, but it didn't seem to be doing too much. So, all right, poinset. Let's see what you do. Put some flowering, which is what we want, because if it flowers, the flowers become cukes. All right, well, let's move so this video is not unnecessarily long. All right, so again, coming in a crampy view. All right, so same thing here. I need to get some garlic put in, so I'm gonna move the marigolds. Cannot put garlic near watermelon, so I'm not gonna put it there. Slide you over, and let's see where we can put some garlic. All right, dirty hand. So I just put one near that pepper plant and two here near the basil. The soaker hose is in odd spots, so I couldn't do too much, but I got something in. So yep, garlic. All right, so let's do the same thing here with this watermelon, because it has tendrils too. And let's tell it that it is okay for them to go somewhere. Now these tendrils don't seem to know where they want to go. Now I just stuck the stake in there. I'm trying not to get it too close to the root area. Yeah, I don't feel any hindrances there. That one was a little easier. But I'll come back in a little bit and see if the tendrils have sensed it there and began to grab. Or maybe we'll do that. Just as long as it's touching. And let's see what it starts to do. Alright. See, doing a little bit every day helps out a lot. So yeah. Alright. So gonna pop some marigolds in. Alright, so I have 8 marigold seedlings and 3 garlic cloves left, so I'm just trying to be strategic. Put a hole there. One in that bag. One in that bag. 2 holes in that bag and 2 in that one. And then I just realized that I have that one. It already has 2 garlic in it, but no marigolds. So I'm gonna have to climb in over there and go put a hole there. Alright. So got a couple in down there and one more in the tray down there that I need to get put in. I decided not to wear gloves. I'm not a big glove and soap person, but I have soap and water and peroxide outside, so I can just wash my hands. Alright, be right back. Alright, so I cleaned off my little dirty hands and they're all dropped in. And I'll water them in a little bit, but they're all in. Now, these were 2 that came out of the tray that did not emerge yet, but they're still pretty held together. So I am going to experiment at just taking those, because I know I put seeds in there, they just haven't sprouted yet. So I'm going to experiment by taking them and putting them in that other bag with the zucchini in it, and let's see what happens. Alright, in. So I still got 3 little tiny garlic cloves left. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? There's 3 in that one. Yeah. This bag does not have a whole lot of space left in it. Maybe here. I don't know. Let me just throw some stuff in there. Again, I may not get any garlic from it, but that is okay. I just want the bugs to be deterred. Alright, so feeling accomplished. Alright, so let's check around and see what else we can discover. And that looks like that is going to give me a strawberry plant. The final nasturtium seed that I planted at the base of the sunflowers finally emerged. So these are zinnias. Around there, and nasturtiums all around the edge. So my hope is that they fall and cover that pot. Not much of an update there, with the exception of this morning, because I got discouraged thinking I wasn't going to get any California buckwheat, so I just moved the dirt around and put these seedlings in, and that happened this morning. So I don't know if that's a buckwheat or not, but whatever. So again, if I don't see anything come out of this anytime soon, we're gonna do a redo with our wildflower experiment. That is pretty compacted though. So maybe that's part of the problem. It's just very compacted. Alright, Billy B is doing his thing, and so is Bubba. I did deadhead the snapdragons. So all the flowers that had bloomed up, I deadheaded them and hoping getting more flowers. And look, we are everywhere. These listens behind here are getting no sun, so I am contemplating moving them. But I don't know what I'm going to put back here. So yeah. Lots of randomness in this video. Lots and lots of randomness. Sun's out, so it's kicking up. Let's check our strawberries. Check this plant. Nothing really exciting happening with this one. So maybe it's just gonna give me some late stuff. Chive. It sprouted pretty good. So those are chive seedlings. So chives and onions are really good to grow strawberries. They grow good. So this is scallion. Alyssum. Of course, some nasturtium. And some chives. And a borage. So I think that is all the updates for today. I will have more. They're so pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I think that's it. Yep. I think that's it. Well, let's go over here because I haven't been over here today. Oh, more surprises. So, that is the first tomato blossom. That's exciting. More cucumber blossoms. Lots of males. So, first year gardening, I got really discouraged because I had like a ton of male flowers. And I was like, there's no females. And then I learned that that's what cucumbers and others do. They, my goodness, me and the camera. So they'll give you about 10 males in a bunch, and that is to make pollinators get curious, and then you'll get some females afterwards. So hopefully the bees and everything else start to show up. A little more I still gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with those. Those are the last two in that tray. But now that all my trays are empty, guess what? I can start some more seeds. The excitement. I think I just saw an ant. Maybe not. I hope not. Alright, so see how that tendril is starting to curl. So it's recognizing something is there. So by the end of the day, when I come back, it should have wrapped itself around. Ugh. Sorry about my hand being right there. I got tangled up. And so here, see if I can get in here. So just to show you. Yeah, this video is pretty bad. Gotta get better at this. I gotta get better at this. But that is the updates for the day. Thank y'all for being with me with my little rickety videos. But I'm gonna get better. The thing is, you gotta try. It's very similar to gardening. You gonna try, you gonna mess up. It's gonna be ghetto. But if you never try, you never learn how to do anything. And all of this is just a bunch of trying. And discovering. Thought that was a bug. I think it's just some little pieces of the alfalfa from the Dr. Earth. Sorry, I'm talking slow, but I'm discovering. So maybe this is a better view of the first look of a strawberry, not strawberry, a female watermelon flower. And then there's another one right there. Alright, thank you for being with me. Why am I whispering? On my very imperfect video.